We live. Welcome to Gridiron Live, sponsored by Superstop, the show where we bring you exclusive interviews with your coaches and players of your Seymour Panthers. Uh-oh. Excuse that noise. Producer.
What was that?
I'm telling you right now.
So we're live?
We're live. This is John Boy and Billy.
We're live on what night? We argued that last week, remember?
We're on Tuesday.
It's Tuesday night, right?
Tuesday.
We're actually do this on.
We're live on Tuesday at 7 o'clock.
That's right, yeah. Varsity Girls isn't it?
Live on.
Varsity Girls do play tonight, don't they?
Technically, it's not Tuesday.
They do play tonight, don't they? The Varsity Girls.
Yeah.
Tuesday night.
Yeah. We got to get it done so we can go watch the game.
What is tonight?
Monday.
November what?
Yeah, today's
No, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Nobody knows we're not doing this live.
Oh, okay. It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday night.
Today
welcome.
is the 7th.
Yeah, the 7th. Yeah, it's Tuesday the 7th.
job.
Varsity
Good job.
Girls are going to be starting right now anytime. Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
We got number 6, Colton Magoo, Jr., 5'8", 165, speedster.
He said he was 6'2", remember?
No, oh, it's this one.
Yep.
Stand up. Let's see how tall you are.
I'm 6'2".
You're 6'2", but you're
Oh,
on your
yeah.
knees, right?
Yeah.
We got number 88, Brayson Zassel, Jr., 6'1", 160 pound. Welcome, guys. Thank y'all for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yay. Oh, there you go. The
Who
sound
wants?
man fell asleep for me.
Yeah. Who wants to go first?
It's his first time.
That's
so-
right.
This is first.
It
So
is.
you've already been here this year once?
Third time. This is my third.
This your third time? Have I interviewed you? I don't
think so.
remember.
I don't know.
I missed a couple of shows at the first because, I think I was in rehab or something.
Did it work? I don't think so.
Welcome, Colton.
Welcome.
Nice to. I don't know you real well. I know your family. I know your mom and everybody. But let's talk about that touchdown the other day. That long run you made. What game was that?
Haskell.
Haskell. A couple of weeks back. We didn't know you had the speed. Where'd that come from?
I really don't know, honestly.
It just happened right then?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
You didn't know anything. You didn't know you had that speed.
I've always been decently fast, I'd say.
Or was you just scared to get tackled and you didn't want to get caught?
You're scared of Coach Lloyd, wasn't you?
Yeah.
That's what a lot of them guys say. I don't want to get hit by them big guys. I'm just going to try to outrun them.
Well, the funny thing is, we actually talked about you that next week about how you're probably going to be on the sprint relay team now after that speed.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Maybe the mile relay. No. 800 relay.
No.
So 100 yards is
So
your
you're
distance.
good at 100 and that's about it?
I can run 200, actually, yeah. 1 and 200 my best.
So what game you want to talk about?
This upcoming game? First playoff game?
Well, the ones that
Oh, the last one.
the ones that are in the past. You hadn't been here. You want to just talk a little bit about last week? No pressure. We only won 52-0.
Yeah, only
so it
52.
should be a lot of good things to talk about. I mean, not specific, but I mean, how'd you feel? As the game, progressed. We scored really quick.
Yeah, we did.
We scored 3 times in the first quarter, so the game was pretty much over. Did you feel like when the game first started that they were going to be a suitable opponent, or did we feel like we jumped on them quick?
Not really. I felt like we jumped on them quick, yeah. We knew it was going to be, we knew we were going to blow them out right off the bat. But, yeah, it was my first game to start on offense, too. And I started for the first quarter.
Yeah, I saw you. What is that position called?
I was playing Z.
Is
It's
it-
one of the outside receivers.
You were the outside receiver?
Yes, sir.
Right side, or do y'all flip sides? It doesn't really matter.
Depending on the play, we can flip either side.
You can flip either side, but you're
I was-
normally on the side that's got either 2 or 3.
I'm usually on the right side for Z.
Because it seems like, when y'all run a single split, it's either Zassel or David, correct? If y'all are by yourself split,
Yes.
it's either you or David.
Yes.
I've noticed that. So, defensive side of the ball, did you play any defense?
Yes, sir, I did. Now, I played some D-line that game.
D-line?
D-line.
What was your weight?
165. 170 now, actually.
Is that true? You really weigh 170 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
D-line?
No, he's not.
What's wrong with
Seriously.
that? That's 5 more
He don't
pounds.
look
5
like
more
he's
pounds less than
170.
what I weighed in my senior year.
He don't look like he weighs
I was
170.
on the line.
Pretty thick, isn't he? Well, I'm gonna ask you a question. This is kind of out there.
No.
This is next year. I know you play in key positions. You play receiver. Have you played running back a little bit? If you carried the ball
Yes, sir, I have, yeah.
a little bit. If the offensive line calls your name next year, you know what I'm saying, because we've got 5 seniors and they're all exiting. If that is called your way, I mean, how would you feel about that?
I mean, see, me, I love running the ball. Like, I'd be pretty upset if I did get moved down, but it's a team sport, so do what you gotta do.
Do what you got to do. There you go. And, we don't know nothing. I just, sometimes we want to throw a hard question out there. And with your size already being 170, I mean, you could gain another 10 or 15 pounds.
My goal, because I've decided I'm not going to play basketball this year. I'm working on getting stronger and getting my weight up. My goal before the end of this year, 190, is what I'm trying to get to.
I think that's very obtainable.
Man, to put some muscle on you can get up there.
You enjoy lifting weights?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll lift any chance I have.
Well, that's half the victory right there. And if your genes are going to allow you, you're going to get big. So you drink the powders and do whatever needs to be done.
Yes, sir, I do.
You eat good?
Yeah, I eat pretty good, yes.
Stay away from the sweat box at the Super Stop.
What's wrong with the sweat box?
It's not as good as the bathrooms.
No, I get stuff out of there every day, and the lady laughs at me. She says, "I thought you said you're not going to get anything out of the sweat box." You know why I call it the sweat box? Because they cook the food and it sits there and just sweats.
True.
It does.
Yeah.
It's got that just heat lamps on it. So, but I mean, that was a good answer a while ago. I know you want to be carrying the ball, you
Yeah.
want to be catching the ball. David, if we had Hollywood David in here right now, he would tell the same thing. I don't want to be on the line, but if I had to do it, I would do it. But I watched some of the JV game, and I know y'all have some guys that are juniors here. You got Harden, you got Rickard, Heston. You've got you got 3 right there that could step in and play the offensive line, and then you got a really good JV group. I mean, I think so.
Yeah, we do.
You got something you want to talk to?
How many sophomores are on the JV that are on the line that may move up?
There's
It's mostly freshmen.
There is?
Yes.
But the 2 sophomores, Callan and Lamel.
Yes.
Then Ryder Wilden, freshman, he'd probably get moved up next year too for.
Yeah, we had him here earlier. I told him, I said,
Yeah.
you stay with the books and stay in the weight room.
He's a big boy already,
Oh yeah.
but he needs the weights. He's
Yeah,
somebody
somebody needs to get him in the weight room.
one of y'all older boys.
Because he will be a benefit.
Oh yeah.
But like I told him, you got to stay ahead in school too. If he wants to play football real bad, he'll pass.
Absolutely. Well, we move forward. You're going to get to be the first one. And then we'll go to Brayson, and then we'll go to Coach Lloyd. Tell us a little bit about Celeste. We don't know a thing. So, what do you know?
Celeste, they are a run heavy team. They love running it up the middle every chance they get. And yeah, our defense, we switched it up. We added a D lineman this week just to make sure they don't run it up our throat this week. Because if we can stop the run, it'll be a pretty darn good game.
So, do you feel like their secondary can cover our receivers?
Honestly, we have some pretty dang good receivers. I don't think so.
Like Coach Lloyd, he's told us, even when we played Electra, he mentioned that. He said, their skill positions are athletic. And basically what he was saying is he felt like they could play with us in those areas. But it takes 11. Y'all know that. It takes 11 men to succeed in football. But you feel like we can attack those areas?
Yes, sir.
Good deal.
How about their D line? Are they big or?
They have 2 linemen. One's 6'3", 320. The other's 6'2", 300 pounds.
Holy crap!
But they're very slow though. So
Them two are.
So cause I'm on D-line, I have some speed, and plus I'm short, and we all got some speed on there. So I think we can get through them pretty easily.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. And some of the big guys like that, they're by the time they get up or out of their stance,
Yeah.
if you're speedy enough, you'll round them already in the backfield.
Good deal.
But I don't know how they were as far as our guys blocking them.
Oh yeah, my bad. But I think we can block them pretty good though. I don't feel like we'll have a problem against that.
Well, we struggled against Haskell, and they were big guys.
Yeah, we did.
Seems like to me, it looks like we've been the smallest
Oh yeah.
interior line team that I've seen in our district this year. Winthorst had some pretty big boys. Haskell, everybody we play has some. Even Petrolia's offensive line, they weren't just
How about
tiny
them big
boys.
tall boys? Did y'all ever play them in basketball?
Oh yeah.
Y'all do?
Are they?
Are they any good? No. Okay.
No comment.
No,
We don't have to play them anymore, right? Unless we play them in a tournament, because they're not on the schedule. I heard.
I have not heard anything about
Who
that.
cares?
Yeah.
Football right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in our O-line. I'm confident they're going to come out and do their job. Yes, they have some more size, but I think we're going to come out and do our job too.
All right.
Well, I mean, there's nothing against, Lloyd can scramble out and throw the ball just as much as he's in the pocket. So, and if they're big and slow, he can get away from them.
I've said all year long, I think he's more dangerous when he gets out of the pocket. I think he's listened to me, not intentionally, but I think because he gets out of the pocket sometimes. Maybe he rushes. I think sometimes the pocket's there, and he kind of feels that sense, and he'll break out of it. But boy, he can throw. He's accurate on the run, and he can throw the ball well on the run. It's pretty impressive. Welcome, Brayson.
Hello.
Your third time. How did they get you here 3 times? We had to pay you?
Yeah.
Like
Very large amount.
Large amount? Large sums of pizza?
Yeah.
Gold chains or something.
Gold chains? Yeah. How about a new jacket under his uniform?
Oh, yeah.
A new hoodie.
A new hoodie.
We can get him a new hoodie.
Call
couldn't
him
we?
Mr. Hoodie, huh?
Yeah, we can get him a maroon hoodie for the maroon jersey.
There you go.
And then we can get him a gray hoodie when they wear that ugly army gray that I hate, but that's all right.
We can't wear that gray, all gray.
We can't wear that all gray no more. Y'all don't win when we wear it.
Yeah.
It's a bad combo.
And we talked about it with Coach Lloyd.
He said, "Oh yeah, it's done. We're not doing it no more."
He said, we'll wear the gray pants and the white shirt, but we can't wear all gray no more.
Or gray pants and maroon shirts.
Yeah, no all white either.
Oh, yeah, but y'all look clash. Y'all look sharp in all white.
Yeah, I like all white too.
Yeah, y'all do look good in all
Y'all look
that.
good in it.
The only issue we have with the gray ones, they're hard to see. You can't tell
We
the
can't
numbers.
see y'all's numbers.
And then yours and Gavin's, when your number bunches up in the back, we're
Can't
saying,
tell
"Oh,
if
it's
it's 6
Gavin."
or
No,
8.
that's Magoo. Because when it in the front it looks good, but in the back it bunches up and it looks like an 8.
Yeah, y'all's pads make it all crinkle up.
But you cannot from our point up in the stands or you cannot see those grays.
Yeah.
And they even said that Skylar was watching the Albany's podcast or cast of the football, and they said the same thing. Man, these jerseys are hard to tell numbers from.
Yeah. Welcome, Brayson. I know
Hello.
I said that a while ago, but Junior Brayson Zeisel, third time I've been here. We have to pay him after the show. Now people just keep on texting me. Man, I'm popular tonight. Where are we going with this? Oh, let's talk a little bit about last week. Magoo didn't elaborate a lot, but I had to get him warmed up a little bit. So he's not anything like his grandma. His grandma's not afraid to talk. Look at him. She's not afraid to talk, is she?
No, she's not.
Tell us a little bit about Patrol. You dealing with them in basketball. You got track, baseball. I'm sure you play them in baseball.
I don't play baseball.
You didn't play baseball? Maybe you should. You'd be a good center fielder.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year, your senior year, do it all. Tell us a little bit about Petrolia.
Offensively, I think we did very well. Their secondary could not hold all of us. Our running backs and receivers and Braden, everyone, were too talented, and they could not stop us at all. And defensively, I think we only had maybe 3 to 2 plays where they had a big gain on us, but other than that,
Well, I noticed that the opening series, they drove
yeah,
pretty much the length of the field, and then I think we y'all 4 out of them. But sometimes it takes that to get those adjustments.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's not uncommon for y'all. Y'all's usually the first series on defense. Y'all allow some yardage. Sometimes y'all bend, sometimes y'all don't. But,
yeah.
or so like in the latter part of the game when they were marching down there. I guess it was one. Did we do it? We had a turnover, didn't we? Or did we? Did we fumble?
I don't think so.
I don't think we had any turnovers.
Well, I felt like they got the ball at a short field or something, and they was marching down there, and then they threw that interception that stopped it.
But we had about 3. I don't know if you had one or not, but about 3 chances for interceptions that actually were in the hands of our defenders. I don't know if were you one of them? Or?
Yes, it was like second drive, and the receiver did like a stop and go, and I went out to catch it, and he tripped me, and then it just
You're just like, yeah.
it was right there.
Well, normally the easy ones are the hard ones to catch.
Yeah.
So somebody,
I think Avery was one of them. He
Yeah,
had
I
one
think
in
he
his
missed
hands,
one.
Missed one.
Connor had one.
Connor
Hit
was
him
too.
right.
Yes, right.
I think Christian too.
Christian
Yes,
had
it
one.
was. There was about 4 of them. We were up there going, golly.
So who actually had the interception? We had one.
Christian.
Was it Christian that had it? Yeah. We finally got him, but I mean, lucky for them because that would have just put more points on the board.
Yeah.
So let's bounce forward. Celeste. We don't know. I know y'all don't know much about them other than what y'all have seen. I mean, I've heard about them before in the past. I'm sure this is the first probably time in the history that the 2 teams have met. Tell us what your thoughts.
Like Colton was saying, they're very big, but they're not fast at all. And they have 2 good running backs, but one is a stud more than the other one. And their quarterback is also talented. He can run the ball, but he can't throw that good. So our plan is to just stop the run as much as we can.
Try to stack the box a little bit more. And
Yes, and offensively for us, about the same. They're just pretty bulky, but they're not as fast as us. And once again, like I was saying with Petrolia, I don't think they can stop all of us.
I mean, do they like to stunt and send the house, or they pretty much play zone or man type defense?
I haven't watched much film on them yet.
You haven't watched enough, probably, to actually. That's not your concern.
No,
anyway,
yeah, no.
because,
We actually
you're
have
running routes. but
Coach Lloyd gave us a homework assignment tonight to go watch film, 15 minutes.
Have the morning workouts ended? I know last week y'all did some morning workouts.
We still have them, yes, sir.
Y'all still having the early morning?
Yes,
Yes.
Y'all had them this morning?
But mostly zone. I don't think we've worked any man, or at least this morning we didn't work any man. It was all zone.
If they're running zone on y'all, he's going to pick them to death.
Oh yeah,
I hate to tell him that,
And
but
plus the corners, if there's a flat just anywhere in their area, they cover the flat. So like outs, all that.
Little
they're
out and up's
wide
gonna be-
open.
yeah.
like the 10-yard outs.
Oh yeah.
Isaac caught like 4 of those today while we were practicing.
'Cause, yeah, they have the 2 corners. They're up. And then they have 1 safety high. So
only one? Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Y'all could run seam route right
So
down
yes.
there. He's going to have to pick.
And we're doing a lot of misdirection, which is something they aren't good at. So we've added a lot of that this week. And I think it'll help us a lot.
And we don't want this to go any farther than right here. And you never want to look forward, but wouldn't you just love to get your hands on Albany one more
Yes.
time?
oh yeah.
That's got to be y'all's motivation right there. I mean, it's just one more chance.
Because if we can stop number 5, it's to be a whole different ball game.
There's no doubt. No
And
doubt at
No
all.
doubt.
I think Celeste is very similar to Albany. So I think if we can win this one, it'll get us
It's going to get you prepared for
Yes.
it, yeah.
Yes.
Because it's
Well-
hard for secondary to go from a team that just blah, 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 to having to come in and
Yeah.
play defense.
But what's funny, every time we hear somebody, it's a run run offense on us, the first thing they start coming out doing is
Pass.
passing.
Yep.
Every time. Because I don't know if they watched the film like when Arch City last year, that's what they did to us, and they caught us, and they got deep on us.
Yeah.
And it seems like every team's like they're going to wait for they know we run. We're going to pass first.
Well, heck, Winthorpe's put in a whole new offense.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, those guys.
I mean, that's just
Saw
something.
something.
I guess you've got to learn. You got to adjust on the run and try to figure it out. So
Well-
on your the line, you said there's 4 down linemen. It's just one of the linebackers moving down.
No, we took out a corner, right?
A corner.
Yeah.
No, safety.
Was it safety?
Well, yes, a corner.
So who's going to be the 4 down lineman?
four down linemen and a safety is going to go to corner, and we're going to have David up top. So
David
it's
has
going
a single safety up top.
Yes.
Then we're gonna have 2 backers going off the edge too. 2 backers on the edge.
So six
So
on-
it's
six
basically,
in-
Yes,
it's
basically
basically like a
6,
6'2" or a 4'4".
basically, yeah.
I mean, there's going to be 8 men in the box.
Yeah.
And 2 corners and a safety.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I like it.
I do too.
Well, technically, there's supposed to be 8 in the box anyway. It's a 4-4 defense.
Yeah, but he's been running a lot of 3.
Well, but also it spreads some of the ones that are supposed to be in the box out if if they run more routes and stuff.
I like it.
Yeah, and 4 down linemen will prevent them from running up the middle too. It'll prevent it a lot. That'll help us out tremendously.
I'll wait and ask Coach Lord about Sam, but who's going to fill his spot? Have y'all noticed?
I'm not sure.
Because doesn't he rotate on that defensive line? Maybe that person just won't be rotated in, I guess.
Is-
or out.
It'll be me. Is either me or Jeremiah Fobbs. One of us two.
Oh,
took
yeah,
Sam's
he
spot.
came in last week.
Yeah.
I forgot him.
And for offense, it would probably be Jerry.
Yeah, probably Jerry.
Jerry.
Jeremiah Fobbs.
Fobbs.
Oh, y'all call him Jerry? Okay.
Yeah, we call him Jerry.
He's not on there.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know who he was last week, and luckily Skylar knew who it was. So
So there's none of the other guys from JV going to suit up to maybe help out on there? Have they practiced any?
I noticed Corbin Mark was on kickoff today, but that's all I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he covers kickoff pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he's very aggressive and fast.
Yeah,
I
he's
watched this
fast
video,
and
the game that y'all didn't y'all announce one a couple weeks back?
Oh, that was Christian and Sully.
Christian Sully, yeah. I watched that game on my phone, and he got after it.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was we played. Week before Petrolia, who did we play? It was Winthorpe's game, I guess. Here.
Yes, it was one
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, because we beat him. Yeah, he got after it. He made some tackles, and he plays hard. So, where we at?
Oh. So what time do we start?
About 6:06,
Little after 6.
a little after 6.
You want to
yeah.
do some speed questions?
Yeah, that's right. You need to do questions with him.
Yeah, because we ain't gave you the speed questions. Colton,
You don't let him. He want to call him out.
you want to give them to him?
You want to pick at him? Let you pick at him. You can change them around, convert them, whatever you want to do.
All right.
If you want to skip something, and we all know his name. If you don't want
Yeah,
to do
you
that,
can skip the last one.
yeah, the last one needs to be skipped. We can't win
I
that.
hadn't
no more.
scratched it out.
Got it. If you had a superpower, what would you want it to be?
invisibility.
Okay. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Drop.
Hey, Jaffa. Nothing.
If you are granted 3 wishes, what would they be?
Infinite amount of money. To win a state ring. And to get a world record buck.
Okay. If you had a movie about you, who would play you?
That's a good question.
Matthew McConaughey, dude. Looks like you. Denzel Washington looks just like you.
Oh,
What
let's
about the dude who played on
Pat
Luke?
Mahomes will.
Pat Mahomes.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
What food do you most not like?
Spinach.
Okay. Pineapples on pizza?
No.
I agree. Favorite vehicle brand?
Chevy, Avi,
Chevy.
Chevy.
Chevy. Jocko.
Joe.
Favorite college team?
Let's go Texas Tech. I don't know.
Okay. Favorite food?
Steak.
Favorite class and teacher?
Coach Jones, Avi.
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 What about class?
Class.
Avi.
Avi. History.
History.
Because Coach Jones.
All right. Coke, Sprite, Dr. Pepper, or just your favorite drink?
No, Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Even though it's been like 3 years since I've had one.
Favorite high school mascot?
Panther.
Good answer.
Thanks, brother.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
You know it.
Do you want to describe it just briefly?
Tell us about it.
In detail.
Dark object.
No, have you ever
Have you ever
seen
seen
one?
No.
Had to change
Wait,
the
wait,
answer.
okay, oh, let's go.
You just believe it.
Yeah, no, let's rewind that. So, what did what did you think the question was? No, I'm just curious. You said a dark being, right?
Dark object, like as in a ghost, like the shadow.
Oh, shadow. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you've seen one, or you said what is a ghost?
What'd you think I said?
Yeah, well, I guess that was a question. What did you think he asked? I'm just curious.
Have I seen a ghost?
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
Steak, seafood, or pasta?
Steak.
Do you ever get in trouble at school? What for?
No.
Joe.
Hey, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Man, the mic. Did you fix the mic? These things are clean, man. Clear. Crystal clear.
Oh, I get in trouble all the time for throwing things in Coach Jones' ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the history class. Thank you. This is awesome. Thank you for the pizza.
What food represents Texas?
Steak.
Okay. If you were famous, what would be your stage name?
Lil Colton.
Lil Colton. I like it. One item you can't live without, not your phone.
My bow.
Okay. What else we got here? If you were the ruler of the world, who's your top advisor?
Andrew Tate.
Ooh, Taternator. I don't know much about that guy. Does he get a lot of bad publicity?
Yes.
Why?
Because he reminds me of you.
No, it's fine. No, it's good. That's good.
Yes.
No, it's good. That's good. No, because if someone said that he's masculine,
Yes.
but that's not.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, no, that's not good in today's society, right?
Yeah,
they don't want you to be masculine. You know, because don't get me started on that.
We're going to be here for another 2 hours, Bob.
Yes, we would.
Favorite pro team, any sport?
Cowboys.
Good game last night.
It was a good game.
They should, man, to be there, to be that close in Philly.
Yeah.
It was a good game. You're right.
I thought
And they
it was
played
good.
awesome. They had their chances. Just kills me.
Football, basketball, baseball, track.
Football.
Okay. Favorite music?
Country.
Favorite or strangest thing you've eaten?
Calf fries.
Whoa. I had those one time.
They're good. They taste like chicken, Bob.
Yeah, but mine were like soggy, dude. It wasn't good, man. I got a bad batch or something, dude. And then they told me what it was, and I didn't like it.
My dad told me too. He's like, try some chicken. I'm like, all right, bet. Then he let me try it. Then after I ate it, he's like, oh, yeah, that's cow balls, by the way. I'm like,
Yeah.
What
Man, go ahead, sorry.
What did you want to be when you grew up, when you were little?
A like famous YouTuber for like fishing and all of that.
Okay.
What would the show be called?
Knowing me, there's no telling.
It's like that commercial that says that guy listen or watch the podcast with guy fly fishing and it says, why is he doing that? That's the name of it. Why is he doing that?
What kind of fishing would you do?
Bass fishing.
With a bow?
No, fishing.
I don't know.
Fishing
Can you shoot fish with a bow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Although you laugh. I use my hand. It's like dang.
Noodling.
Noodling, yeah.
Yeah, you know. I drop my head in there.
Classification.
Mel. That was
You're
fun.
correct.
How about school classification?
Like my grade? Junior. Okay, I was just making sure.
I think that's it. Oh, full name.
Backwards.
Colton
Backwards.
Daniel.
Backwards.
Magoo Daniel Colton.
All right.
You're ready for that. Yeah. Daniel? That's awesome. That's my first name, man. Good name.
Chocolate.
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 Man, Cole, I love talking to you, dude.
I'm talking to you.
What's your
too,
favorite thing to shoot with a bow?
Deer.
Second.
Hogs.
Third.
Rabbits.
Woo. Fourth.
Squirrels.
What kind of bow do you use?
It's a compound bow, and the brand is Elite. Elite series is what
Really?
it's called.
Uh-oh.
Do you eat everything you shoot?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Except if it's a boar. Then no, they're nasty.
Do they taste good?
No.
I know they don't smell good.
No, it's neither.
How do you prepare your squirrel when you kill it?
Aim, shoot.
How do you prepare it when you eat it?
Actually, I kind of lie. I don't eat squirrels. No. Nor rabbits. I guess just deer and hogs, depending on what it is.
I got you.
Did you tell them about your deer you shot recently?
Oh, no, I have not. About 2 weeks ago, I shot the biggest deer of my life with a bow. First ever bow kill.
Continue.
Oh, wow.
Continue the details.
And me and my cousin were actually out hog hunting instead. Then he happened to walk out with like 10 minutes left of shooting light and smoked him.
Oh, wow.
How big was it?
Yeah, get to the details.
The rough score, like total inches, it was 131 inches. And it was a 9-point. It was a wide 9-point is what it was.
Yeah, wide.
And there's another deer I'm trying to go after right now. It's he's about a 4-year-old buck. He's young, but someone else was shooting if I don't. He's 11-point, and he's already pretty wide. Trying to get a shot at him.
That's usually what happens when you scout one, try to get it.
Is that from the
Then
camera?
Then they run off.
Yes.
The camera machine sees them?
You know it.
When does he come at night?
Chocolate.
About 9 o'clock at night.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Chocolate.
How you been, man? It's good to see you.
Good. How about you?
Good. You guys get some pizza. Is that okay if I eat on the air?
Although it seems like we ain't seen you in years.
I know. It's been a long time. I've been in hibernation. All right. What else? Colton. Did you ask him if a hot dog's an omelet?
I did ask him if hot dog was an omelet.
What did he say?
What was your
Avi.
answer? Avi.
Avi. I get confused by Avi.
It's obviously, but
Just short for Avi?
Yep.
Isaac started that, by the way.
No, it's probably. I think it's either Ruben or Isaac. One of them.
One of them. One of the Wildens.
Well, it's awesome. Pizza's good.
You need some more?
Chocolate.
I'm good.
Good for right now?
All right.
All right. We're going to take a break and get John back in here, and then we'll...
You definitely want to look at John instead of me. I'm better from the side profile. My 3 chins are better exposed. You know what I mean? Seriously.
Cruise on over to Superstop, conveniently located at the corner of California and Maine. It's your friendly neighborhood stop for all your needs. Fuel up with gas, grab a cold beer, ice, your favorite fountain drink, and a snacks galore. Jeff, Michelle, and the gang are here to serve you with a smile. But that's not all. Superstop is more than just a convenience store. We take pride in supporting our local community. So whether it's a quick pick-me-up, supplies on the go, or simply a warm greeting, Superstop has it all. Swing by today and experience the difference.
And we're back, and we want to thank Superstop for sponsoring this show. Also, we wanted to tell you about Veterans Day reception Friday, November 10th at 9:30 to 10:45 at the Baylor County Museum. Y'all go by and honor our military veterans who serve or have served in our country's defense.
Coach Lloyd, thanks for coming back. And we enjoyed having the young student athletes on the show. We've done this for 10 or 11 weeks now. We hope we have a few more.
We're planning on it.
Plan on having a few more.
We're planning on it. We're planning on it.
But you know, but either way, me personally, I want to thank you for making sure that we had students here every week and coaches here, and we've had a great time.
You made it hard on us without you here the last couple of times. So.
I had to talk a lot
I'm full
more.
of hot air.
Yeah, no,
I'm full of hot air.
We told the boys that y'all got to fill Coach Lloyd's spot.
Yeah.
He can talk for 45 minutes.
Easy.
We don't even have to talk.
Easy. I'll cover one issue in the
Exactly.
locker room.
Yo.
It'll be 45 minutes, and
Yeah.
then we'll be out of it. We'll be.
You'll
yeah.
be like, golly, that's been 45 minutes already gone by. Feels like 5.
I owe you guys the thanks, and Skylar, you guys doing the show. I mean, and Sully, the people that have contributed to this. I didn't grow up with this, so to have this in memories now on YouTube forever. And Colton can see his Matthew McConaughey facial, like
hair.
side profile, hair like Denzel Washington. I mean, it doesn't get better than that, And
We had 2 curly heads today. I
we
didn't
did.
even think about
Natural
it.
curls. Natural curls. See, I curl mine. I curl mine.
I noticed. Yeah, it looks good.
I did, and I dyed gray. But no, I owe the thanks to you guys for doing this. This is. I know that you guys are diehard Panther fans, and it means the world to these kids, and I know you love these kids, and that's why you do this. This is not for yourself. This is for the boys and the memories. So I want you to know I appreciate that, and it means the world, And I'm telling you, what memories, huh? What memories? Besides my
Absolutely.
3 chins on video. I mean, I know that on the what is it? They'd say TV gives you what, 50, 60 pounds?
About 150.
Okay, well, yeah, no, I was 160, but I'll go 150.
Yeah. Right.
Well, you mentioned, you mentioned the kids. I'm gonna name off 3 kids. Give me a little update on them. Tyler Dalton.
Okay, Tyler Dalton got dinged up. He is in a concussion protocol. What that means is he's evaluated daily and will then start. So basically, there's a whole process that's developed to make sure that when kids get dinged up, and I say dinged up because there's different severities, obviously, to getting hit in the head, and there's different methods of. There's a method of coming back. So he's in stage 1. So, and there's multiple stages, but you can't get on the stage 1 unless all the symptoms are gone. So,
Marcus Roberson.
Marcus, he sprained his ankle. We're hoping he can come back this week. It's not for 100% for sure. I guess, what do they say in the NFL? It's when it's questionable. There you go. Questionable day by day.
Well, we noticed he was on crutches, and then towards the end of the game, he was walking. He said, "Heck with them crutches."
Yes,
That's for sissies, isn't that what he said? I know him.
Well, he's pretty tough. This is the thing. He's had a tough year in terms of having some adversity injury wise. So I know the whole team and him is tired of it, but he's gonna do everything he can to get back. I know that much.
Sam Rickard.
Sam, he suffered a pretty tough injury. If you saw the play when it happened, it was a very violent act that was just bad luck. He's going to end up having to get surgery, which sucks. But based on the video and what you saw, he's coming out pretty not as bad as you would think, because if you saw the video, you could think both legs would be snapped in half. I tell you one thing, that kid's tough. This is the type of kid he is. So I run out there, and I see what's going on, and everyone in the stands kind of saw what's going on, and it's a very tough situation. And I ran out there because I didn't want him to see it.
Well, the first thing their coach did, or their trainer, was grab that leg.
Correct.
That's the first thing they did.
It's one of those sites where you really don't want the individual to see it. And the first thing he said, "Coach, sorry, I missed the block." So could you imagine the young man out there is apologizing to me, and I said, "Man, that's the least of our concerns. We're all good." And we had a tough conversation. I wasn't lying to him, but and then when his dad came, of course, his dad rushed on. Of course, started praying for him. And I'm telling you, you will not find a more quality family than them in Seymour. They're a great addition to our community, and he's had some bad luck. He tore his ACL, I believe, or MCL last year. And he fought back from that, and this happened. But you're not going to stop him. He's one of the toughest kids I've been around. in just terms of pain threshold, and he's such a good kid and a good family. You know, when he was getting hauled off, they were asking him, you know, and he said the worst thing about this is I can't go duck hunting tomorrow.
Oh wow.
So you know, and he showed up to film on Saturday.
That's what I heard. He showed up.
Yes, man, he is a tough dude, and a lot tougher than I am. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm glad it's, like you said, not as bad as it seemed.
Yeah,
Like it
I'm
would've
telling you,
been.
man. If you would have replayed the hit I saw and just the bad luck, based on what I saw, you would think both legs would have been what one was. To be honest with you, yeah.
We noticed a couple other boys not suited up. Kyson Walker.
Kyson Walker suffered a calf injury that he's been practicing this week, and I think he'll be fine. He may not be 100% on Friday, but you'd have to take his leg off for him not to play. He's one of the toughest kids I've seen play for us as well, and he's just trying to make sure that he's there and can maximize in his senior year.
Leighton McAdams.
Leighton McAdam is probably not going to play this week due to he got dinged a little bit. He got dinged, I think, before Windthorst's game, and it was kind of lingering, and he toughened through that and played the Windthorst game, and then I think, you know, he went. This is the thing about these young men: is safety first always.
Oh yeah.
You know? So we're going to take all the precautions we can to make sure that safety first and making sure there's no long-term and there's a certain protocol you do like anything when it comes to the head.
And those are the 5 I'm aware of. Is there anyone else that?
I don't think so. Trying to see. I don't even know how half these players are.
I mean, we didn't know anything about Leighton or Kyson, and we just saw him on the sideline Friday night, so we were kind of
Well, I think
curious in.
I noticed in Windthorst that Kyson went out. Is that when he did he
Yes.
go out?
Yeah, he did. He suffered a basically, from what I understand, I guess there's 3 parts to your calf. And he suffered a contusion or a big bruise to one of his calf areas, and it swelled up, but in that compartment. So it would be like that compartment was swelling and caused extreme pain, which is very painful. And in certain circumstances, sometimes you have to actually get cut to relieve the pain because of swelling.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it did not get to that point with him. But the injury itself is very, very painful. So that he went through that. But you know, that's the thing I try to preach to these young men. You know, this is a game of body management as well. And this is a very physical game, and if you play it like we do, you're going to get banged up a little bit. So they have to do things to manage their body as well. That's part of the lesson of this sport as well. You know.
Well, we talked to the guys a little bit about Petrolia, and I mean, I think they felt like from the get-go they were outclassed. Petrolia was from the get-go, and you know, and they felt that way from the start. You know, you came out and you threw the first punch and you threw it hard.
Yeah, you know, we had to rebound from, you know, it's going to be a couple years for me to get over the Windthorst game. I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to take a couple years, and I don't know if I ever will. But that's a personal thing. I think these young men needed to prove to themselves that they need to get that taste out of their mouth. I was very proud of them, the fact that they didn't feel sorry for themselves or pity, or lack of a better term, like have a hangover in regards to, we came out and did what we were supposed to do, and that was a very, in my eyes, a very mature thing with this group, is that they didn't sit there and wallow in pity that they didn't take care of business the week before, so that was very, very important to me to see that they came out and did what they're supposed to do.
Their amnesia worked.
Yeah, you know, it's hard though. You know, kids can get over stuff way faster, I think, than adults can.
Well, last week when we talked to the boys, you wasn't here, but we had Marcus Drysdale.
Okay.
And who else? We had 2 or 3 boys.
Sully was here.
And I think all 3 of them felt like they weren't prepared. It wasn't you that didn't have them prepared. They felt like they had just dominated everybody.
Yeah.
To a point that when they got there, Windthorst was better than what they felt. You know, they said, you know, we practiced good. They said the preparation was good. Everything was good. But when we got there, they hit us in the mouth first. And
yeah, you know, my hardest thing about that was, and I take always, you know me, I'm always going to take full accountability
Absolutely.
for it. And I do that. I take full accountability. We did not perform. It's hard for me to understand how a young man could be playing for a district championship and not play like their hair's on fire. I don't understand that. And that, to me, as a head coach, is hard for me to understand how. And your age, it's hard for us to think, why would you not play like a crazy animal?
Right.
And if I have to be the one that motivates you, then it's going to be tough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Forward. And that was my message was, but I do take full accountability because I like to say that my teams play with energy.
And you always will. I mean,
that's just because,
you.
Well, and the thing is why wouldn't you? You're the captain of the ship. But it's hard for me to understand. And that's what I'm taking the hardest, honestly. I'm taking it the hardest to me because I don't understand why you couldn't come out throwing punches. Well, first of all, I don't understand how in this game there's a line and the guy across me is trying to physically hurt you legally. Why would any kid not be crazy aggressive first?
Right.
I don't understand that. And I told the kids this. I said, we have a lot of nice kids. We have great kids, wonderful kids. Kids that if I had a daughter would love to have them date and take care of my daughter. But when someone lines up against you that's trying to physically dominate you, I don't understand why it takes someone to get punched in the face to then respond.
Well, it should be different once they get inside the lines.
I agree.
Well, I mean, you can be whatever you want to outside the lines.
I agree.
You step inside the lines, it's just switch on.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that right there was the hardest thing for me to understand, because to me that is a reflection of my leadership, that this team didn't come out with their hair on fire. And that's hard for me to take because I don't understand what I could have done differently. So, you try to learn. Now, schematically, there's some things that adjustments I made that I took chances on and things of that nature. And I'm not saying I didn't have my best game either, and I take full accountability. But at the end of the day, when you don't come out and play emotional, and play tough, and play violent, and play with excitement and energy, I don't know what to tell you.
They had some emotions on their side with the accident, with the girl
Correct.
getting killed. I mean,
For sure.
The Archer City game, it just happened 3 hours before the game, so it was different. But I think when they played y'all, they had an advantage with that emotion
mourning
there.
over it all week and stuff.
Yeah, and then they had a funeral and they had this, and I think they just we're taking the and we're coming out and we're fighting from the get go. And
we responded, which I thought was great. We responded. They scored and we responded. Mm-hmm. So I said, okay, here we go. But then.
Yeah, but shoot, you think about it, there was 3 or 4 times if Braden's pass was just a foot less.
Foot less.
Because Brayson was 3 feet or past his guy. I mean, it was a touchdown 3 times, and it's like, oh.
I know.
And it would have been a totally different game at that point.
Yeah, if Leighton catches that first ball, I think it's late in the first throw of the game, and he gets tripped up too. He catches that.
That one.
It could be a touchdown.
That would have been a touchdown. He was past him. That was the first one. Then I remember Brayson had one that was just right.
Yes.
Just right past his fingertips.
There were some, but.
And of course, the wind was behind him. That probably had something to do with floating it out a little more than he expected it to.
Yeah, but so there's a lot of things that came into that. The greatest thing I can ask for from these boys is that you don't learn things from winning, you learn things from losing. So my speeches since that moment has been, if I'm the one that turns your switch on, we're going to be in trouble. When we get done with my pregame speech, the saying is, if you can't turn the switch on in every individual to want to destroy the person physically in front of you by the time the game starts, I don't know what to tell you.
All you can do is prepare them and lead them to the battle. You can't.
But at the end of the day, if they don't play like you want, I gotta take I have to take accountability, because I hate hearing coaches when they blame the kids. And I'm not blaming the kids, but I'm saying that there's some coaches that say, "Oh, well, the kids didn't show up," and maybe that's easy for them to take. Like I said, this is my second year as an athletic director. Maybe 20 years from now, I'll just be able to say that, and then that's how I handle it, and then that's how I've been through. I just don't understand why I have to punch some of my kids in the throat to then want to destroy another person.
Right.
That to me, I don't understand. When the guy across from me has already declared by showing up that he wants to beat the heck out of me.
But because it's a physical sport, it's just like getting in there to box.
Correct.
That's
You
what I was
know,
fixing to say. It's
I
like
mean-
boxing. If you step
I mean-
out there and you go,
And what am I going? Yeah, you're
There it
done.
is. There it is.
I mean, you have to come out swinging from the get go. And you know, I was a little bit disappointed because Billy and I have been humbled. We've had standing behind this. We have to be professional. And,
Of course.
we
And
have
you
to
guys do a
watch
great
what
job.
we say.
And you guys do a great job.
And and we try to do our best. But I was kind of disappointed with some of the parents. Here in Seymour,
Oh, yeah.
after the Windthorst game, I heard there was
yeah.
so much going on in the stands and this and that, and I'm like, if they only knew, I'd like
Well-
to have some of them sitting at this table.
Yeah, but they wouldn't show up.
They
wouldn't show up. They wouldn't show
That's
up.
exactly
And that's
true.
okay.
And yes, I went there.
No, this is the deal. You buy a ticket, you come to the game, you can say what you want.
And I know it doesn't bother you a bit. Did you let it roll off your sleeves?
It only
and
bothers me when they mention kids.
their name
And they-
specific, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, because if I'm Brayson's dad and I'm yelling at other kids' names, I don't know how good that is.
Right.
Now I can rip Brayson because I'm
Yeah.
Brayson's dad, right? But when you start mentioning kids' names and you're not their dad, that usually is not taken in a positive way.
I heard there were some pretty upset mamas. So
Yeah, because the mama bears will always protect. But my thing is this: you talk negative about the players, I got a problem. You talk negative about my coaches, you got a problem. You talk negative about me, that comes with part of the job. It's kind of like.
we ain't gonna talk negative about you.
Oh, I don't mind. No, hey, let me tell you. But my thing is this: so it's kind of like the quarterback. I'm a huge Las Vegas Raiders fan, right?
Who?
Las Vegas,
They
Raider
still got a
nation. By the
team?
way, the only nation.
They still have a team?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know they still
Hey,
have-
I'm telling you, and a new coach,
And a new quarterback.
Yeah, by
and a
the
new
way, I
stadium.
called him in preseason over that Jimmy, whatever the heck his name is.
Jimmy
Anyway.
Guap-
Yeah, exactly.
"Hey, that's a handsome fella."
Yeah, I know. He needs to stay in modeling. With that being said, what do I do on Sundays? What am I cussing? I'm cussing at the head coach. I'm cussing the quarterback. It's part of what happens. That's okay. What my message to the players is don't let the negative into the locker room. This is us against the world. Because this is the thing. I don't think that when parents say those things in the stands, I really don't think it's a conscious
It's not.
decision to say I'm going to tear that kid down. It's the heat of the moment, but it's still negative, and so we can't let negative into our clubhouse, into our field house. So that was my speech to them: is that you're going to have your possible parents, uncles, aunts, grandparents that will talk negative about your teammates and/or your coaches. Be able to leave that at the door and understand that's not helping the team, even though they may need to vent. It's not helping the team. So that was the message. The other message is that if you have the enough intestinal fortitude and basically balls to ask them not to say that in
Right.
front of you. And I said, if you actually do that, it would blow you away. Because they would be like, oh my God, I just had a 16, 17 HO kid tell me to keep the negative out of his life. So it would be like a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've only been negative about one thing about Zeisel.
Go ahead.
And I told Magoo he's going to be on the sprint relay team after that touchdown the other day.
Yeah,
What
we were
have I
trying to figure out
been
what
negative
sleep
about
is.
you on one thing?
My sleeveless hoodie. And I'm pretty sure, like a few weeks ago, you talked about how you hated them.
No, I didn't.
You know the funny-
I think you did.
No, take that back. I did not say I hated them. I said I don't understand them. But
Here's
you
the
understand,
deal.
I'm 47 years old. There's a lot of stuff I don't understand.
got
I
it.
do know one
Here's
thing.
the
I
deal.
wish you would tuck it
Did
in.
not
That's
say-
just all
Here's
I
the
wish you
deal.
would do.
I have to say
I
this.
did not say I hated it, though, for the record. I said I don't understand it. It's kind of, okay, it's kind of like, okay, and I'll let you go in a second.
Go ahead.
Interrupt. It's kind of like The Office, right? Dwight. He wears a collared shirt with a tie and it's sleeveless.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
No.
I mean, to me, a tie with a collared shirt, you don't have sleeveless.
I had to say this
Right?
while you're here. But somebody text They text us during the game.
Oh, I'm sure.
And somebody texted and said it looked like he was wearing a diaper. I'm sorry, I had to say it because it hangs lower right in the middle. You know,
That's
it's
what I told
longer
you.
in the
If
middle.
you tuck it in, it wouldn't be that bad.
Well, what's crazy is I think there's one picture I got where they were holding his neck.
Yes,
It was
Skylar
more like-
sent it to
I
me.
didn't feel it.
Well, I know. No, I don't think it. Yeah. But I think I saw it and I was like, oh my goodness, I hope it didn't. You know,
Kind of
hurt
like them
him.
boys with dreadlocks. They grab the back of their hair to try
yeah.
to tackle, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what they're going to try to grab that hoodie.
No, for the record, I'd say I hate it. I say I don't understand it. But there's a lot of things I don't understand. And I don't want to go off into a tangent because then we'll be here for another 45 minutes. But there's a lot of things I don't understand. You know.
Yeah, I got it, and then I remember you saying that, and I was just like,
Yeah, right there. That's a cool picture.
That is a good
That is a
picture.
good picture.
Whoever took it, that's
Yeah.
good. But no, we just had to pick. I had to pick at you a little
Yeah.
bit.
No,
It goes back to your dad, so.
No. Well, hey, this is the deal. You know, that's one thing about being around men. Men poke fun at each other. That's the way.
And they just don't. It just.
No, it's just men. That's what men do. That's what happens in the locker room. It happens amongst friends, brothers, whatever.
If we didn't have minors here, we'd probably be drinking a beer.
Yeah,
if it was
yeah.
just a men's show.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Then we would be talking for like 6 to 7 hours.
6 or
Oh,
7
yeah.
hours.
Stacking them up.
Yeah, awesome.
Start smoking cigars.
So, dude,
What sound are we getting?
So let me tell you this right now. Our recipe for success on Friday is whether we can turn the switch on.
I think the switch is going to get turned on.
Hey, you know what? I told them that today. I said, this is the deal. If you're looking for me to make you turn your switch on, it's going to be a tough night. And I guess what I've learned too is, because I've always wanted to be the coach that can get you motivated with a pregame speech. And sometimes I think it works. But that works until someone hits you in the face. It's like Mike Tyson's. One of Mike Tyson's favorite saying is, everyone's tough until you get hit in the face. So my speech from what I learned from Winthorst for me personally, but I learned a lot of things, of course, because you learn from losing. But what I learned is that they have to find a way to turn the switch off with themselves. I talk about team and everything and playing for each other, which this team does an amazing job of. This team does an amazing job of playing for each other. But on a selfish note, if they can't turn their own switch on, then it's going to be a tough night for them.
Well, the boys explained that they're a heavy run.
Smash mouth, man. And they
Smash
average about
mouth.
280 on the line.
Yeah, he said they're real big on the
A
line.
couple 300s, running back over 1,300 yards, quarterback they can run. They have number 9. They're gonna. We got to bring the wood. We got to bring the wood. We have to bring. If we can play the way we have played before, we can take care of business. If we don't do that, it's going to be a tough night. Not tough like lose, but tough lose, tough win. But we need to come out and do what we can do. Play with emotion, be excited, have fun. That's the thing about this game. You don't have fun in this game unless you play it in a crazed, abandoned way. That is unique because this game you can literally throw around and bash your head against things, and it's okay. And so I'm excited to see about that. I think offensively we have a great plan. Defensively we have a good plan. Of course we add things and got to make some adjustments on some things, but it's going to be pretty exciting. It's they're gonna bring it, and we better too.
Well, the boys told us a little bit. I know you don't ever like for me to go there, but
Go wherever you want.
But we're going to ask the questions, and I
course.
asked it to them, and I'm not really going to ask it to you. I'm just going to tell you what they said. They look forward. They're not looking past Friday. These two guys are not, by no means.
No.
But they want to hit number 5 one more time.
I will say this much right now: we just have to get to that game.
Yes.
I know one thing: this team is not afraid of Albany America.
That's why I think these guys are going to turn the switch on Friday night. Because
and then once again, it's kind of when we pulled up at Winthorst. To me, there's no reason not to have it on.
I think they learned from that.
I'm hoping so, and that's been my message to them. Is that is, and it's also a lesson in life too. Like you can't wait for opportunities to present themselves. You have to go out and create them. You have to go out and want to produce them. I believe you create your own luck by hard work, doing the right things, holding yourself accountable, those types of things. I know that this team is definitely not worried, definitely not afraid of Albany, America, and would love a chance at them one more time. And I don't think they're overlooking this game by no means, because I gave them a homework assignment tonight. My
That's what they
homework,
said.
That's what they said.
15 minutes of video. They have screen time of TikTok 2 hours a day, probably average. You probably have just Snatch Chat a good 2.5 hours a day, 15 minutes.
I bet you these two do don't no less than 60 minutes.
I'm asking for 15.
I'm challenged them. I bet they do no less than 60.
So what I did is I said 15 today. We watch offensive emphasis tomorrow afternoon, 15 in the evening. Then we go defensive emphasis on Wednesday. So that's about 20, 30 more. So you got an hour between Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, 15, 15, 15. You're looking at an hour and a half of film.
Because Zassel needs to watch that safety and see what he does.
We need to, well, and this is the thing, we need to watch everything.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I challenge them. We'll see. And that's the thing. Like, actions always speak louder than words, right? I'm preaching to the choir here, but so we'll see. They don't know, but I can check how much they watch.
I bet you they watch.
But I may check, but I'm not going to call them out because it's just a matter of an honor system, But it's one of those things where this is the thing is that. And I know as a young man, I know this much. I would be watching nonstop because I enjoy watching football.
Right.
Just me in general. Like if I was a kid.
Back when we were there, you had to go put that tape.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You had to cut it. Oh, yeah.
You couldn't watch it unless you
We all
begged the
sat right
coach.
there and it was up on the wall, big wall.
There might be a paint mark through the middle of the wall or something, and you're like, "What is that, coach?"
Coach slows it, coach slows
it's
it
a
down.
roach.
It's blown up. Coach slows it down. Hendricks just missed that tackle.
No, that's not me.
Yeah, that's not me.
That's not me, coach.
So I don't know, but we can't look in the past. We have to look forward. But man, it would be really awesome to see these boys. And this is the deal. I don't ever care about losing the right way. I don't care about losing the right way. I don't even care about wins and losses at the end of the day. I care about these young men being able to walk off the field with their heads held high. And that involves them knowing deep down that they gave it their all. Because I'll tell you one thing right now, our coaching staff is going to give it their all. I just tell you right now, it's just it's hard to it's hard not to give it your all, and I'm not trying to show off or anything. It's hard not to give their all when the head coach is a maniac, and I don't mean maniac, but I'm not very smart. I should say I'm not very well. I'm not very smart. I don't know how smart I am, but I know this much. And I told him today. I said, if you're sitting there, us three right here, right, us men right here, Skylar included. If we're working out and Skylar's working harder than me, I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. I don't feel comfortable as a man the way I was raised, and this goes all credit to my mom and dad, okay? But if I see Skylar outworking me, I get mad. I think, why? And that's what I told him today. I'm like, if you're in the weight room, and it's not a matter how much weight you're lifting,
Right.
but you do want to push it because like if some may lift 185, 150, 95, but if you look around, you're like, that guy's jumping more rope than me. Why? Why is he working harder than me? Because that's what we can control. So those are things that in order to change culture, like why is someone outworking me? That should not be the case. No one should out. So me as a head football coach, I hate to say this, but I don't ever like an assistant to even get close to how hard I work. And all the assistants work their tails off. So it's a battle. But I don't ever like to think that another coaching staff is outworking us, and I would be willing to bet that they're not. Now, smarter, not harder, I can't promise I do that. I have my system. But that is another message I told him today. I said, you should not be okay if another... In this room, there's 6 human beings. If I'm not working the hardest in this room and whatever we're doing, that should be a problem in yourself. If it's not, then I think you have a bigger battle than other things. That makes sense.
Man, I'm ready to go put a suit on. He got me fired up. I'm like,
But you know what I mean? And that's what I told him today. I'm like, dude, I know. Like, you look around the weight room, you're like, you can see who's working hard. You can see who's not working hard.
Yeah.
When I was a senior, we had a 1,000-pound club, and we wore
Yeah.
we wore T-shirts or tank tops that said 1,000-pound club on
Yeah.
it.
Deadlift, bench, and squat.
Squat.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that
And
this year.
whoever had that combination of max of 1,000 pounds got the T-shirt.
Well, I hate to tell you, I didn't have it. I was a little boy. I was like,
Well,
I was
there-
smaller than him.
There was
in
like
school.
4 of us. We all worked out together.
There were 4 of y'all that had it.
Yeah, and they were, I think he was hoping it would give the incentive for some other guys to,
It does, yeah.
get up. It didn't. I mean, they didn't. They didn't
I
care.
mean, I lifted weights. I just wasn't very big.
Yeah.
I didn't get big till I got in college. So, but
But anyway, so those are the things that that we can hope to give it a shot. I sure don't want it to end. I go in depression for a little while when it ends.
well,
I go into hibernation.
I want to thank you for talking about Windthorst. That was not our goal. That was not our
No,
intention.
are you kidding me? Come on. I mean, you have to talk about it. It's like the white elephant in the room. And I'll be honest with you, I did not have a good game. Coach Lloyd did not have a good game. But I will say one thing: I brought energy and I brought passion,
Right.
and I brought coaching with my hair on fire. Now, did I make the correct adjustments? Probably not. Did I make some? Should I have made more adjustments? Probably so. But that's what I challenge the young man is that don't ever look at yourself and say, why didn't I play harder?
Because that's what's going to happen. I'm talking to y'all too. You're going to be our age or maybe in your 20s, and you're going to say, why didn't I spend 10 more minutes in that weight room? Why didn't I spend 10 more minutes watching that video? I still to this day, that exact same field that we play on right here, it was grass, of course, but it was the same everything. We got beat by Holiday on the goal line. We win it, we're first in district. We lose it, and we're third. And back then, they only took 2 teams.
Oh, yeah.
And they stopped us at the goal line at the end of the game, and we lost. I still to this day think is what could we have done
Yeah.
to win that ball game?
Well, and it's like this, and I'll be honest with you, Windthorst should go 3 rounds deep. Windthorst should play on Thanksgiving right now. I'll tell you right now. With the road they got,
They got it set up.
I mean, you look at who they were going to play. You look at who they've played. It's like us. We take care of business on then. I would pretty much not guarantee, but say, man, we should be playing Collinsville on
Round
Thanksgiving
3, yeah.
on Thanksgiving weekend. But I'm not going to tell the kids that. But they shouldn't. I mean, but my point is that they should not have to be told that.
They
Now,
should already know that.
But you watch. Windthorst is going to get to the 3rd round. I'm just telling you now. Excuse me. They should get to the 1st round based on the records of the teams they're playing. But that was what was at stake at that game. That's what was at stake at this game. So that's what I'm saying. When I tell you it's going to take a few years to get over that, it's going to take a few years for me. I may never get over it.
I'm
Because
54 and I hadn't got over that one.
I've lost a lot of fist fights in my life, and there's been a couple that I'm like, I'm not over it yet. If I see that guy, I'm going to take care of him with a bat or a chainsaw or a gun or something. But, that's the point I'm trying to make is that, that is... I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I'm going to tell you now. And I think that if we play Windthorst again, we beat them. There's no doubt in my mind.
Absolutely.
But we didn't beat them that day.
The one that
And they now,
mattered.
in my opinion, should play on Thanksgiving. Now, we have to win Friday, which let me tell you, Celeste,
That's a tough draw.
huge, very tough draw. Very tough draw.
They're 3rd place, but they're 3rd place out of
And
an
at
awesome.
Collinsville and Munster and Celeste. Okay, Lindsay, Lindsay. Okay, so Windthorst is playing Lindsay. Well, the Lindsay quarterback just broke his collarbone.
Really?
Okay, all right. So there you go. So here, that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? So that's my point. So if that's and then okay. So let's say we take care of Celeste, and I don't like to look ahead. Then we face Albany, #1 team in the state. Okay.
Kick their asses.
We take that one down. Okay. We have a chance to play Windthorst again. But my point is that don't be shocked if Windthorst is playing on Thanksgiving weekend. Say, oh my God, this and that. No, because that's the road. If you look at who you get matched up with and know what happens. But to their credit, which no matter how much it rips my soul out to say this, they've earned that because they took care of business on that night, right? And they deserve that because there should be a big discrepancy between 1st and 2nd.
That's how important that #1 seed is.
And that's my point. Just like you went from 1st to 3rd. You don't get
Yeah.
stopped. You get here. But
Yeah.
to piggyback what you were saying, do you know how many kids have come up to me after they graduated and said, I didn't take the weight room seriously?
Yeah.
Do you know how, I would say 90% of the kids that I have coached who have graduated have come back to me and said, why did I not take advantage of that room?
It was hard.
Well, no, that's why the weight room makes you tough. Because it's resistance. What trees have the strongest roots in the world?
Yeah.
The ones that the wind is constantly blowing them. Since they're being born and growing up, their roots always have to be strong. It's like they have to just grip, and grip. So that roots is just forever strong. Well, that's the weight room. You procrastinate the weight room, it shows.
Right.
Okay, you don't go to the weight room, it shows. You don't put more weight on the bar, it shows. You don't eat correctly to build your muscles, it shows. I mean, that's why. But 90% of the kids I've coached at Seymour that I've come back, and I don't ask them, "What do you regret?" But when I do, that's the number one answer. And I've had kids come to me and be like, "Wow, look at these kids. Wow, look at so and so and so and so." I'm like, "Yeah, he takes weight." Man, I wish I would have. But guess what? It's hard. It's also hard on them because they do so much. You're talking about guys that play football, football, basketball, right? And then they go to baseball, maybe do track, or maybe do track and one-act play, or track and golf, this stuff like. Yeah. But guess what? If you can be on Snatch Chat for 14 hours a day and TikTok for 17 hours a day, then your ass could be in the damn weight room.
Right.
But guess what? That's hard.
It's hard.
And what do hard things do? They make you tough.
Make you tougher.
So that's another message. Some kids want to play at the next level. Well, what do you separate yourself?
Oh my God!
How do you separate yourself from the 5 million Dan Lloyds out there? I'm Dan Lloyd. I want to play in college. How do I separate from the 5 million? Okay, how about the 25 that are at Ryder, the 25 that are at Hershey, the 25 that are in Holiday? Well, it's a weight room. Because that someday you're going to come with a similar athlete, and what's going to overtake you? The strength and the mental toughness is developed in the weight room. And that's what 90% of the kids that come back, that they say they regret. And I can look at my career, because it wasn't important back then. Of course, we were from a different time. We lifted weights. Well, when I didn't grow up in Texas, we were in California, so it's a whole different mindset. But, when in my career, I look back, I didn't take advantage of that. Now, I don't really have a regret, because that was a different time, meaning that wasn't something that was stressed.
Right.
But that's why I encourage kids to lift every day. So
there you go, guys.
Anyways, I don't mean to run. Here we go on another tangent. Right?
I'd be going to the field house right now and lifting. I'm gonna change.
Yeah, do it.
Change tunes here with you. Girls basketball starts tomorrow.
Yeah, man, I'm excited.
Tell me something about that.
I'm excited, Coach Finley. Man, I think he's done a great job. I know there's a lot of girls that are uncomfortable, which I like. I know there's a lot of girls that are sore, which I like. I know there's a lot of girls that are complaining, which I like.
That's good.
Now, it's one thing complaining about this or that, but complaining how hard they work, that's what I like.
There you go.
I like how they don't sit around in practice and have enough time to talk, because no offense, most time when girls get together and talk, a lot of it's not positive. No offense. Okay, so So I am excited to see them get after it. And like I said, I don't care about wins and losses as an athletic director. I want to look at the product and say, are they playing tough? Are they playing with passion? And are they having fun? And that's it. Now, losing is not fun, but are they playing with passion and toughness? And by the way, weight room is going to drastically improve with the girls' side too.
And now you may get mad at me for saying this, but parents, this guy right here is so approachable. I mean, you can approach him on the street. You can text him. You can call him. I mean, I don't have a kid in the battle. Yeah. I don't have a fight in the battle. But I text him at 2:00 in the morning, and he's going to he's going to text me back. So, all these people in the stands complaining, parents complaining about this, or kids complaining. All they got to do is give you a holler, and I know you're going to take their message. So,
well, and this is the thing, people get passionate, they say things, and that's fine. They're not usually going to tell me because, I don't enjoy confrontational conversations, but I really enjoy confrontational conversations when I know 110% I'm correct. And if you're tearing down a young man that's a 16, 17, and 18 young man who doesn't, what kid for Seymour during the game wanted to not do good? They may have not played. They may not have played as tough as they can. They may not have played as much energy as they can. But are they sitting there making a conscious decision to not play well? Come on.
Every one of them wanted to win.
Of course. Now, did they have the right approach? Did they? Okay, that's another thing that's discussed. But hey, this is the deal. A lot of parents too have a hard time just being dad and mom, including myself. So, just remember this, parents, that when you get really mad, don't blink because it's almost over.
That's exactly right.
So then you can go back to yelling at them when they're out of the house, and guess what? The more you yell at them, the more they're not going to come home.
That's right.
Just remember that, Coach Lloyd, because when you're yelling at Braden, he's not going to want to come home. He doesn't want to come home now anyways. It's all right.
So Friday night, Bowie, Texas.
7:00, Bowie, Texas. There's an online link for tickets.
Are we home or visitors?
We're home.
First time in a long
We are
time.
we are home. We are home.
Changing our luck right there.
Yes, we yeah.
Crowd cheering.
We are home. It's 7:00. Bowie, Texas, against Celeste Blue Devils, and they're gonna bring it. So we better,
So their team colors blue.
blue and white. Correct. The Blue Devils. Yes, I don't know what a Blue Devil is.
Well, don't look at their little mascot.
It is kind of weird. It is kind of weird looking.
He's kind
It's kind of weird
he's
looking.
kind of feminine looking.
Yeah. So yeah, come on out and enjoy the game.
That's one of them parents calling you right now.
Yeah, that's my wife.
I just heard them say, call Coach Lover.
She says you're supposed to be home by 7:00. It's 7:24. What is going on with you?
Hey, babe.
You're on air.
Hey, I'm on the radio show. What are you doing? Hello? Okay, I'm going to go pick up Talon right now.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
All right, folks. We want to thank Colton Magoo, Brayson Zassel. I always want to call him Braden or something, but Coach Dan Lloyd.
It's Brooke and Jason. It's Brayson.
Brayson.
That is awesome. That's unique.
That's what he's named after.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, yeah.
Be like that one guy named his kid Laston.
Laston.
Because it's the last one.
Is the last one?
Really?
Last one. So Friday night, folks, Bowie, Texas, Seymour Panthers, Celeste Blue Devils.
Also want to remind you there'll be no video, only audio. So
We can't video.
don't text us or anything asking why we're not videoing. So
They're going to look at our faces, I guess.
yeah, no, we're not going to do that either.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. This is awesome. Good stuff.
All right. Good night, y'all.
God bless.
Thank you.